Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed fight night, and we have ourselves yet another GD01 match. We have blue-white blockers on the left-hand side, piloted by that boy Darwin, as well as Tower on the right-hand side with that old faithful Wing Gundam. We do see Darwin going second, playing out the Overflowing Affection. Unfortunately, Tower did not play anything on turn 1. I'm not too sure if most Wing decks do play a turn 1. I guess you can run like a Zaku 1 if you really wanted to. Not too sure what you could do, but we're going to go ahead and just pitch a Show of Resolve and just pass the turn. Level 2 Tower is now sitting at, and we have a couple of different options. We have the Overflowing Affection in hand, which you probably will play at literally this moment, but it doesn't look like we're going to do so first. We're actually going to be playing out the 6 life base instead. Very interesting play coming from Tower, choosing to be very aggressive, right? Just kind of saying, you know what, hey, I need to draw cards now. I'm looking for possibly ramp. I have maybe too many death sights in my hand since we are trashing one out of our hand. Really big stuff here. And now Darwin at level 3, and we're gonna see the 2/4 blocker. That blocker is so good, it can attack into shields. It's really good. Yeah, just 2/4, being able to stop a lot of early aggression. A deck that Wing is not really used to, doesn't do that at all. But that Wing card is going to allow us to ramp an EX resource. So now sitting at, I believe that's 4 resources. So next turn we'll be sitting at 5. Really great stuff here coming from Tower, being able to see that card off of the very top of his shield is what it looked like. But now it's Darwin's turn, right? So we're gonna go ahead and just swing 2 into shields, dropping that base into 4 HP left. We're gonna tap 2 resources to drop the Zord, and yeah, that card's pretty good. It makes it so that this unfortunately this Wing cannot attack. And but it looks like Tower's version of Wing isn't the normal generic blocker Wing. We're running Shenlong, baby. Really love this card. Absolutely destroys most matchups that have yellow in it because of these 2 blockers exactly. But all good things must come to, unfortunately, an end. And it looks like Darwin's eyeing that Amuro since he has 2 in hand. And he could attach and pair into one of these units and then swing into the Shenlong if he really wants to. And honestly, it's kind of worth it. So we're going to go ahead and pair that unit there, and we're going to swing over, unfortunately, this Shenlong. Now the blocker does take 4 damage, but we do have 1 HP left, and we're gonna go ahead and drop the 2/4, and we can swing with the other blockers Zord there, but we can't leave it standing as an additional blocker to protect our body there. So Darwin now sitting at 2 active resources. I doubt we have anything to play this early. We could have an unforeseen incident, but it might be too early here. So we're gonna go ahead and swing 2 into this blocker there, and we're gonna go ahead and block with the 2/4. So now both of these bodies are injured. So, you know, fortunately for Darwin, he's not playing against a pink deck, but we do see the nasty Wing coming down. That's the 4 cost people to attack into active units, and we're gonna go ahead and attach and link our hero to it, and this just becomes a 7/7 monster of a unit with breach 5 as well. So we could be swinging into this Zord here, or we could be swinging into one of the smaller characters. Darwin just making sure, okay, wait, what does this card do again? I totally understand. It is still obviously very early on in this game's meta, and I mean, the set just hasn't even been released for like a month yet, so really early stuff. And yeah, I'm really curious to see where Tower's gonna swing into, right? I mean, I think easy pickings is probably the 2/4 that's rested. That card is very easy to go into, and even if the Lifter tries to go into shields or tries to trade into the Wing, it's still a trade, right? So it's literally a 2-for-1 incident. So we are going to go ahead and swing into the rested unit, but we're going to go ahead and block, making sure that we take 3 damage, which is quite important. But thanks to that breach 5, we're going to be able to clear that EX space, which of course only had 3 HP anyways. But regardless, really love the play Tower here is doing, just applying that pressure. And Darwin is now kind of sitting to himself, I'm on the back foot a little bit. Can I set up an Ale Strike? Would be It'd be pretty good here. We can, obviously we don't want to, even if we could, we don't want to bounce. We don't at all want to bounce this this wing Gundam at all. We don't want him to just replay it again. That'd be pretty bad, since it technically would have like rush, since you're playing with the units. I'm sorry, with the pilots. So that would be pretty bad. But it looks like we're gonna go ahead and just trade into this body, which I totally agree with. I hate the 2-for-1. Or technically the 3-for-1 if you include the shield, but it must be done. And unfortunately, with this 2-4 blocker on the board, it's not really doing much, but we're going to tack a little bit more damage onto the base regardless. So now the base now currently has 2 HP left, thanks to the previous attack as well. And it looks like Darwin just has a ton of pilots and the unforeseen incident in hand as well. So I mean, his hand is literally flooded. So we have the L strike, we drop it down, and next turn, if we, if Tower wants to play anything kind of tricky, we can always just bounce it back to his hand there. So not too bad. I'd honestly be a little tempted to add something just in case he tries to go into it. It just can get a little scary. But at this point, if I'm Darwin, I feel pretty safe. But it looks like Tower has a good amount of cards in his hand. He has like about 8 cards in his hand, is what it looks like, maybe 7. And we're gonna start things off here with a wing, followed by a Zor, and we're just gonna go ahead and pass. So a bit of a setup turn instead. I'm not too sure if he has the hero link, or even if he wants to swing with it. But we're taking things a bit slow here. Now we have the pilot, so we can literally just bounce back this Zor back to our hand if we really want to. We can attach our Amuro, and then Amuro can, we can do things this turn for sure. Really all depends though if Darwin even wants to do it. So Darwin now sitting at 7 active resources. That's a ton of resources. And Darwin just filtering through, cycling through all of the pilots he has. So we're gonna go ahead and bounce the blocker. We're gonna rest the wing, and we're gonna go into the wing. Which is really nice about this is that Darwin is gonna go ahead and take some damage, but it doesn't die. So we're gonna go ahead and just finally 3 swings into that base. Jesus, it is finally down. That card has gotten so much mileage out of it. But we are passing with how many resources up? With us at 6 resources active, and we're passing with, oh man, that is unfortunate. We pitched the show resolve so early on. I would have loved to see Darwin play that card this turn, but obviously that's in hindsight. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen, and Tower just does it again to him. Just drops another 6 life base. We're gonna tap another one to hit the draw 2 trash 1, and we end up drawing another. Another draw 2 trash 1, which is really cool. We're gonna go ahead and pitch the wing, and are we gonna do it again? Tower making sure he has enough resources to do so, and okay, he's eyeing it. Okay, yeah, we do see another draw 2 trash 1. Overflowing affection, of course. Pitching the first contact at this point of the game, it's just way too late. You don't need it. You're already pretty much at 8 next turn, if not already. So we're gonna see we have the Shenlong in hand, as well as a couple other blockers. It looks like we have a Death Scythe. I think the only missing piece that Tower is missing right now is the pilots. That is the big issue here. And it looks like we're gonna tap 4 for that Shenlong and just pass the turn. Now, really unfortunate here for Tower, because what Darwin's going to be able to do is he's going to be able to actually swing over this 6 life base. And even worse, man, he just dropped the RX. We're going to go ahead and link it. We're going to rest the Shenlong. We're going to give +1 AP to all our bodies on the board, including himself. So if we go straight into shield, we were able to get rid of it. Yep, like we are. And honestly, I'd be very tempted. Oh, we're gonna actually swing with the blocker there, and we're gonna actually swing into the Shenlong. We're gonna take 4 damage, but after the end of the turn, we are gonna hit repair 2, so we can't forget about that effect, of course. And with 4 active resources, I think we might just pass. It's also very possible too that Darwin didn't, or he did swing with the 2-4 blocker, because he has another one in hand. So we are going to pass the turn, effect of the RX. We're going to go ahead and repair 2. So we had 4 damage, and now we're just back at 2 damage on the unit there. So man, I said this in my last video, RX is broken. That card is insane. Boosting your whole board, plus, you know, like healing yourself. Like, what the heck? That's really good. So now Tower is literally just with a sea of resources, and it's looking really rough for Tower. We really need to see a 0 here. I think if we see a 0, we just win, honestly. And I guess he just doesn't have it. Really unfortunate here. We're gonna go ahead and just drop 2 blockers plus the Death Scythe there, and we don't have a link. It looks like we have the Wu Fei in hand, but unfortunately that's gonna get us nowhere, since that it's not a link with Death Scythe, and with only 1 active resource we can't do anything. And I'm a little terrified. I'm a little scared if I'm Tower here. If we have another Ale Striker in our hand plus pair, not even a link, just a pair, we can do some insane damage. We get to boost the whole, we get to bounce a blocker, we're boosting the board. Like, this is some serious stuff. Tower could just literally lose right here, right now. We just have to do something about these blockers first. So let's see what Darwin can do to kind of get a step closer to that finish. Alright, so we are swinging to the shields. This is a 7 swing here, so swinging for 7 power, and then we're going to go ahead and block it, but we're going to tap 1 for that unforeseen incident, and we're going to make that exchange 0. So essentially, that Zwar just dies, and Darwin takes no damage. That Gundam sees no damage at all. And we only have 3 cards in hand. We have a blocker and 2 Soletas. No reason to attach any of the Soletas, honestly. I wouldn't even swing with the 2-4 either, the one that has damage on it. I would be even hesitant to swing with our Ale Strike, right? Because we have so much damage on it. I mean, 4 damage, that blocker is doing something, and we're just gonna pass. You know what? Even though, being said, we have an extra blocker. If I'm Darwin here, I definitely swing with the undamaged unit. I mean, that, or I guess we're just terrified of 0. And if we have 0, I think we should still lose regardless. We lose half of our board. Sure, the RX is fine and healthy, but we have a Death Scythe plus another blocker on his side to worry about. So, yeah, this is looking a little tough here. But we're gonna go ahead and tap 1 to go ahead and pair the Wu Fei on there, and so we're gonna swing pretty big into this RX, and it obviously this unit doesn't have reach, but the main reason why we're pairing it here is because we're able to give Death Scythe first strike, as well as we're able to ramp a resource as well as give it first strike, and obviously we're going to block that with the damaged unit. And so it looks like we're going to go ahead and play out the Wing Gundam, as well as yet another Death Scythe. Tower really trying to kind of stabilize this really weird game. Yeah, this is a very strange game that's happening here. And guess what, guys? That 2-4 is still there. We could have put a lot more damage onto those shields if it wasn't for that 2-4. So we're gonna see exactly what Darwin can do. We've already drawn a couple cards, and it looks like he's just got a blocker filled with the rest of the cards with pilots. It looks like Tower actually flipping over his cards as well, trying to give the man a sneak peek. I love to see it. We're gonna go ahead and try and trade into this Death Scythe. That is pretty big. I feel like we just go for shields, right? Because if we go for shields, Death Scythe doesn't have first strike anymore. It's very possible that maybe Darwin just didn't really know. I definitely just swing into shields there, I think. But hey, I mean, this is tough. Oh man, seeing the handful of pilots is so tough to watch sometimes, because here's the thing, Tower, the blocker's staying up, right? Like, we're gonna see 0 motion, and oh no, we have the 1 cost search. Looking at the top 5, do we have a 0? We do. Oh no, this is doomsday here for Darwin. He has the 0 in hand, and he picks it up. This is looking very bad. A situation returns before. that was looking so good for Darwin has completely shifted onto tower side now. And so it looks like we're tapping 8 resources. We still got a couple left. And we're going to go ahead and drop these 0. We're going to go ahead and nuke the board with 3 damage. So the only targets that get hits are the level 5 or lower. So the L strike gets destroyed, the Zwart gets destroyed, and then the 2/4 blockers stay up. And we're gonna go ahead and attack into it. Oh my gosh, that is really nasty stuff. Really good combo there. We took 2 damage for that wing, and thanks to Breach 5, we were able to get a shield off. Finally, Darwin taking first strike here. I mean, he's barely sitting at 5 shields. I mean, we are currently like 15-16 minutes into this video, and Darwin barely lost a shield. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and continue with this shield train, and we're gonna go ahead and play out the space there to obviously grab one of our shields. And Darwin has nothing to play. Oh man, it's so unfortunate seeing 9 standing resources just passing, and it kills me because Darwin has 3 pilots in his hand. So we're going to easily swing over that base. We're swinging another 4 into shields. We hit the RX, a card that we would love to have in our hand right now. We're going to swing with 0, and we hit a perfect strike off the shields. No burst, of course. And at this point, if I'm tower, just swing with the 2/4, man. You got nothing to lose, man. You look at the board, is crazy right now, tower. I mean, we're gonna keep filling up this board because heck, why not? There's literally no harm in doing so. So it looks like we're eyeing double wing plus possibly a Zwart, but obviously since Zwart can't attack into shields, I think we just drop the double wing here, and we're gonna go ahead and just drop the double wing, and we have yet another 2 EX resources hitting the board, one of them just being one of the EX bases as a placeholder. And so we're going to see Darwin play out another base. We have the Show of Resolve finally drawing 2. What do we find off the top 2? We find Aerial. Now, look, don't count my boy Darwin out of this, alright? We have the Aerial in our hand, and I know what you're thinking, Wizard, what are you going to do with that Aerial? Well, if we pair it with Soletta, which we do have in hand, when we pair this unit, we can bring back a command from our trash into our hand. I know what you're thinking. Well, what are you going to pull out? Well, we have Unforeseen Incident that can help us get out of possibly one move. Don't ask me what else you can do after the fact, because you can't. What we do get to see is that's a pretty chunky unit there. That's a 5/4 with Soletta. It becomes a 6/6, and we're swinging directly into, I believe that's Death Scythe there, and we're going to go ahead and just block with the blocker. Very unfortunate. We get to restand 1 resource off of Soletta, but I don't think Darwin even cares anymore. Are we even going to restand 1? No, we're not. We're just going to go ahead and just pass. No need. Enough is enough, man. Tower has the full board, and I'm assuming he's gonna go for game soon. I imagine, and it looks like in his hand we see a Duo and a Zwart. That's it, 2 cards in hand. And at this point, I mean, we're just going face, right? I mean, we even have the Duo in our hand. We could even hit first strike with this Death Scythe, right? We definitely could, but we're going to swing into shields. This is a we have the Amro trigger, and we're just gonna go ahead and fold there. Yeah, I really do understand that. Yeah, Tower ends up taking it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this channel, this video. I really do appreciate it, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new Gundam content coming out soon. See ya.